Come here. Come on. You want to be in the video? Come on. You want to turn around so your butt's not facing the camera? No? Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another video. My name is Tom. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel today. I got Duchess with me out here. She's, Dutchie, you doing all right? Yeah, she's doing all right. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about the situation in my driveway. So, as you may know, uh, this part of the country is about to get pummeled again by snow. This time, with the temperature being below freezing, it should stay kind of, solid. It shouldn't turn into a slushy, mushy mix that freezes up overnight and stuff like that. We're pretty sure that when this thing kicks off at around 6 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be well below freezing, and I think it's just going to pile up, and then it's relatively easy to clean it off with a shovel. However, because I'm experiencing some pretty high discomfort in my lower back, I'm holding here in my hand a package that I picked up yesterday, Walmart's curbside delivery. This is a 10-foot by 20-foot heavy duty tarp. Um, and I got this in anticipation that, during the day there might be a sloppy mess, and then at night things will get bad. And today is Friday, and tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., the storm is supposed to come through, and it's supposed to rain pretty much through the afternoon, or rain. It's supposed to precipitate into the afternoon, and I'm not sure what that's going to entail. Not even the weather forecast seems to know, because it keeps changing every few hours, and I keep getting drop-down notifications saying special weather statement, and they keep changing their minds. So I don't know if it's going to be just snow. I don't know if it's going to be a wintry mix. I don't know if it's going to be sleet, hail, whatever. All I know is that there's potential for there to be a serious mess here. And this tarp, and there's actually one behind you on the trash can, same package. I'm actually going to open this package up, and I'm going to lay this tarp out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera, I'm going to push you guys back into the garage a little bit more, and I'm going to lay this tarp from underneath the garage door as far out as it'll go. And then the second one I'm going to lay out this way. And this is what my engineering brain came up with. I figured if I'm having a hard time with a shovel here, and I'm trying to scoop, this wintry slop into the grass, which is a pain, especially when you're dealing with pains, then what if I lay this out? What if I put this down? All the snow and ice and whatever happens on top of this. And then on Monday morning, when the movers arrive, because the movers arrive on Monday to actually pack everything up, they're going to help me pack up a lot of the things that require special packing and consideration, like, the glassware, the TVs, the paintings, artwork, stuff like that. But they're still going to need to be able to walk in and out of the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, lay it out here. The other one I'm going to lay out that way. And what that's going to do is allow me to then pull this tarp with everything on it into the grass. And during the day, it can do whatever it wants. And then I'll tell my neighbor who's been helping me that he can have these, because I won't need them after Tuesday. And yeah, depending on how this works here, I may get 2 more of these, because I think these were only $19, either $19 or $29 a piece, and I got them with curbside delivery, where they bring it to you in the car. And if this works out the way that my brain tells me that it will, which it may, or it might just shred and be a disaster, I don't know. These are kind of thick. Let's see what we got here. This is a 10 mil spec, 10 foot by 20 foot heavy duty tarp. I'll put a picture into this right here. It is 3 meters by 6.1 meters, just to give you Europeans or Canadians a little bit of context here. This is a Walmart brand. This is the Ozark Trail brand. I've never used them, but I intend on using them right now. So, Dutchie, what do you say, girl? Are we going to take this and lay it out right now? Are you even in the shot? Come here, baby. Yeah, I know. You're all confused because you're seeing Daddy do all this work, and you're like, Daddy, don't leave me. Don't leave me. So let me move the camera real quick, and we'll do this. All right, I got the first one unpackaged. It does feel incredibly solid. And what I also like, it's got tie down holes, so I guess that helps when you're dealing with you know, strapping this thing down, like if you're covering a piece of farm equipment or something. This is pretty massive, so let's unfold this. Okay, let's see. I guess this is the 10-foot side. And then we unroll that. I'm wondering if there's a difference between the silver side and the brown side. Although I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the brown side up, because brown is likely to absorb more light than the silver part. Silver is likely to reflect more. Okay. You know what I may do is I may turn this. I can't decide yet which way I'm going to put this down, whether long way or wide way. I'm guessing probably this way, because I'm going to have two of these, and I'm going to place the second one immediately to the side here. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to put the lip of this side underneath the garage door, so that way the garage door can kind of hold it in place. And I'll see if I can find, I don't know, something to weigh this down. Actually, I can use the trash cans. So let's see if I can do this. Yeah. I'm starting to actually feel really good about this. Yeah, and then I could put the other one long ways this way, because the line for where the sun is somewhere right here on the side of my car. So I think that'll work out, where I'll just have the other one going longwise that way. Yeah. Okay, let me grab the other one. I'm starting to really feel what I'm putting down here. But let me bring this in a little bit, so that way it's under the garage door. Okay. Alrighty. Let's unfold this guy and do the same thing. So I got this gutter that comes out right here, and I'm wondering if I can pop this off. Yes, I can. At least I hope I can. I think there's a single screw in here. So what I'm going to do is on the front, I have a gutter extension to where I can get this gutter to drain potentially in the middle there of the tarp. So that way it's not going underneath. You know, when it drains out, it's not going to come out underneath and create a stream of ice underneath the tarp. So remind me that I need to do that. All right, let me go get those gutter extenders. So this is what I'm talking about. It's a tube, it's collapsible, it's bendable. It's got a rectangle end on one side, it's got a round end on the other side, and you can add more as you need. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to bring you guys closer. Okay, so let's slide this out a little bit. I didn't know what kind of screw they put in here. I'm guessing it's a flathead. So we'll try that first. Let me get my little flashlight out here. Oh yeah, it is one of those flatheads. So we're going to take this off. I'm going to do this one-handed because I got to hold the cell phone light. These gutters are all new, so they haven't had time to corrode yet. They were installed in 2024. So what, a little over 2 years ago. And let me tell you something. The amount of water that comes out of this gutter specifically, out of this spout, is full. Like the stream is rectangular and solid. It doesn't just like flow out. It's gushing out. And I'm really grateful that they put this in and that they put this little extension in to allow the water to have, you know, a direct place to go. But that said, have a look at this. This is where that water comes out. So this is just junk that was on the bottom of the gas can. But see, this is moss because it's buried underneath this. But this is like sandblasted concrete, right where that water would come out right here. And the rest is dirty and kind of darker. And then obviously there's ice over here. But you can even see here, this is all clean. This is moss. There's moss back here. And then there's just darker concrete right over here where this pool box was. But right where that spout was, right there, it would sandblast or water blast that part, and that kind of gives you an indication as to the kind of force that water would come out of that spigot as. So let's see if I can figure this out, because I think I need to do it like this. Oh, this is actually broken. That's okay. That's for future owner to worry about. This is me being an engineer for a moment. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let me collect all this stuff because I intend on reinstalling this when this is all done. 1 second. Okay, so I think I'm just going to try to bend this down a little bit, and that should do it. Yeah, because then if it comes out this way, it'll just run on the tarp. So I think that looks okay. I think I'm good with that. So let me move you guys back in the garage and we'll finish this off. The way I laid out this tarp makes sense to me in my mind. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm hoping that maybe some of you guys who live up in the northern states or Canada or other countries that experience this kind of winter weather phenomenon regularly, it'd be great to know what you guys do. If it's a matter of, hauling sand or stocking up on, like de-icer salts or whatever, then so be it. I also have this Kubota behind me here that has the ability to attach a snowblower to the front end. It's got a 4-line hydraulic set that I can, um, control, that with. You can put a plow on it, you can put a blower on it, and I'm pretty sure there's other things that you can do to this, not to mention what's on the back. The back has a full-fledged PTO on it that you can drive implements with. So I don't know, but it's something to consider. For me, this is strange, and the neighbors that I have spoken to around here, um, gosh, I think the youngest one is like 78. Um, they've never seen anything like this, and I researched average weather patterns going back 100 years, and typically this time of the year it's in the 50s here. I think lowest on record was 49, and here we are. It's 41 right now, and it's going to get to sub-freezing here tonight. And then at around 6 o'clock in the morning, the winter mess is supposed to, um, take flight outside. So I hope this works enough just to get it through, you know, Sunday. I hope by Sunday it's not as bad as it was before. It was horrendous when I just let it go. Um, the last storm that came through, but that storm was also like a multi-day event. This one is supposed to be, I think, 6 hours. That's what they're calling for. And the problem is that actually the good news is that the temperatures are not going to go above freezing while it's happening. It's supposed to be 30 degrees and below during that entire event, which means that whatever falls is going to stay in its form. It's not going to come down as rain and then freeze unless the atmosphere is warmer, which I guess it could be. I'm not a meteorologist, like I said before, but you know, I'm just praying and I'm reaching for, I'm grasping straws here because I have to have movers come in and out of here on Monday. And that gives me a 1 day buffer because if the storm comes on Saturday, which is tomorrow morning, I will have from, let's say, 3 p.m. Saturday night until 8 a.m. Monday morning to thaw out whatever mess is out there. And I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to have luck with it. I will tell you that on on Saturday, tomorrow, Amazon is supposed to drop off, I think, 40 pounds of de-icer. I was able to get 2 bags. Um, but let's say hypothetically that Amazon doesn't get here in time and it's a mess, or they delay the delivery. They'll probably try to bring it back on Monday, at which point I'm already going to need this issue resolved. But I'll be able to lay it down on Monday for Tuesday, because Monday they're packing, like whatever is not packed up, they'll put in boxes. And then Tuesday they're actually going to pull the truck into the yard out there, and they're going to load the truck up. And then Tuesday by 2 p.m. or whatever it is, this house is empty and I'm gone. I'm saying goodbye to it. Um, Duchess and I are gonna probably spend the night with my mom and in Spartanburg, and then we leave very, very early on Monday morning because I have to get at least past Virginia um, before the Wednesday storm hits. So craziness. I'm gonna keep an eye on the radar. If I have to stay an extra day with my mom, so be it. But I definitely need to get to Pennsylvania as soon as possible. There's houses I need to look at. I need to, do paperwork for driver's license. I have to change the title to that car. Update it for Pennsylvania. I have to just get moving because I feel like this last few months with my son and his mom leaving, all of that stuff has weighed me down to the point where I felt very, very limited with my production. The only thing that has kept me going is work. I focused a lot on my clients because it's a way to get my brain straightened out. It gets me off of the emotional side of things, and I can detach a little bit and spend some time with my dog and um, watch some TV or something just to keep sane. I need to start phase two of my life because one of the trips that I'm going to record is coming up. It's going to be my first ever drive from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to Columbus, Ohio, which is where my son and his mom live now. And they've gotten some serious snow. I've seen pictures where the snow is 36 plus inches deep in edges of parking lots that are not plowed. So God bless those who are in the north that can handle that stuff. Pennsylvania fortunately got lucky. It got a little over a foot. I think in some places it got like 18, maybe 20 inches, but nothing upwards of 40 inches like some other states have to the west of Pennsylvania. So I don't know what New York got. I'm pretty sure New York got covered. But yeah, this last month has been, in some ways, eventful. In some ways, it was downright depressing. In other ways, it was educational. I've learned a lot. It's been a long time since I've lived on my own. It's been a very long time since I had to fend for myself, and you know, it's especially different not having someone to say, hey, are you going to the grocery store? Can you pick me up some things? Because now I basically have to do that to myself. So I yell at myself in the mirror, "Hey, can you go to the store and get this?" It's really it's really interesting, but nevertheless, I plan on just you know taking it step by step. You know, I have to. I don't have a choice. But I have some things that are higher priority. My son is the top of that list. And then my success in the state of Pennsylvania is the closest second, and then everything else is third. Work wise, um, there's no relationship in the future that I'm exploring. Right now, I need to learn how to live on my own. I need to get used to the fact that I can live on my own, that I'm not, you know, a failure, that I don't qualify as a failure, and that I can be successful in my own way. So that's pretty much it. So I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good evening, and until next time, take care, stay warm. Bye bye.